alright. You just have to wait longer for it to be able to leave. I'm like, did last, starting to keep it. Like, wait for you guys to finish. Camera's right here, right? I don't want to look at it. It's like we like break form and just do some start break dancing or something, eh?
Full list of numbers.
Yes.
Okay, this guy's come over on the car. One guy is I'll take it.
Where's Junior? Come. Sean, this is Sarah.
Ai, me noho tātou, please be seated. Ko te tangi a te pipi wharauroa, kui, whiti whiti ora. Whiti ki runga, whiti ki raro, whiti ki te whaiao ki te ao marama, te hei mauri ora. Ka huri o ka whakaro ki o tātou tini aitu i te marama nei. Nō reira ki a rātou. Rātou katoa, ki tua te moana nui a kiwa. Ngā mama i rungi i te ika Māui me te Waipounamu, whare kauri, raki ura hoki. Rātou katoa, haere, haere, noho mai rā te rangi Māria. Ka huri au ki te ao tangata nei ki a tātou. Koutou ngā manu hiri tuarangi, no tua i te moana nui a kiwa, haere mai. Haere mai i rungi te karanga ngā maunga e tuana ki uta. Haere mai i rungi te karanga kura tāwhiti, maunga tere, rātou katoa ngā tūpuna e tuana. Haere mai i rungi te karanga a ngā awa, me ngā Pākihi whakateke teka o Waitā, me ngā kaikaranga keiko nei. Haere mai i rungi te karanga ngaitau, me te whare wānanga o Waitaha. Nō reira, kia koutou, piki te ora, piki te kaha, piki te māramatanga. Our job with Ngaito is, and it's a great pleasure to initiate today's welcome to everyone. And what we always do traditionally is acknowledge all of the troubles that and the aitua that people have had over the month and during the year. So we farewell those and we ask that they rest in peace. But to all, and our internationals in the first instance, those who have come from overseas to participate in the graduation for their children, nieces, nephews, their family, greetings from us. Traditionally we say, and we deliver the greetings from our ancestors standing inland in the mountains, the rivers, the Canterbury Plains. And so on behalf of all of our people, Ngaito, the Runinga and the Canterbury region, welcome, acknowledgement to you and our greetings to the University of Canterbury as well. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā koutou katoa. Piki te ora, piki te kaha, piki te māramatanga.
Ka tangi te titi, ka tangi te kaka, ka tangi hoki a hou, ti hei Māori ora. Ro rangatira mā, no mai, piki mai, haere mai ki te whare wānanga o Waitaha. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou katoa. I welcome you to the University of Canterbury and invite all present to stand, remove trenchers, and join in singing the Māori and English versions of the first verse of the National Anthem as in your program and as displayed on the screens behind me.
Yeah.
Please be seated. It is a pleasure for me to welcome you to this University of Canterbury graduation ceremony in my third year as your elected Chancellor. Your university is in good heart and spirits are rising further. Even as a little over a month ago, we acknowledged that 3 years had passed since the most devastating of the earthquakes which befell us. You could feel in the air not just the usual buzz and excitement of the return of our staff and the arrival of our students at the start of the new academic year, but also a renewed sense of confidence in the future of our great institution. Confidence built on the hard work, dedication and resilience of our university community, which has enabled us to deliver throughout full years of teaching and research, graduating students in record numbers, often with higher than usual results. Confidence reinforced by the now evident signs of progress on all three fronts, which we had early on identified as representing our most immediate and greatest challenges: the fixing of our damaged infrastructure, the rebuilding of student numbers, and returning the university to financial viability as soon as possible. Confidence given an enormous boost by the government's decision announced by the Prime Minister on Ilam campus in October to invest $260 million new money in the University of Canterbury to enable a complete rebuild of our engineering precinct and the development of a completely new regional science and innovation centre, as well as maintaining the government's funding grant for teaching at previously agreed levels for up to 5 years. Taken together, these developments compound our hopes for a better and brighter future for UC and give conviction to the sense that we are regaining control of our own destiny after the most extraordinary period in our university's long history. We have been given the tools and can now get on with the jobs. Beyond calamity and the immediate challenges of recovery, the strategic vision for the university we had set before the earthquakes and reconfirmed in their aftermath, the vision of a world-class learning environment attracting those with the greatest potential to really make a difference, seems very much on the path to realisation. So much for the future. Some of you graduating today will have started your university careers with UC before the earthquakes. Significant numbers of you, I would imagine the clear majority, are of a cohort which has, in your time here, known nothing but natural disaster and its consequences. The experience of those years and that time makes you very special and will distinguish you for life. You chose to come, to stay with us and tough it out. The university, in response, at times under the most difficult of personal and professional circumstances, redoubled its efforts to honour the commitment it had entered into with you. The outcome is that there will always be an aura about the graduating classes of 2013 and 2014. You and your cohort will go down in the long and distinguished annals of this institution as perhaps the greatest we have ever known for resilience, for courage, for determination, and at the same time compassion and caring for each other and caring for the wider community. Whatever your individual path to this place, now is the time for celebration and congratulations to our graduands. It is the time to acknowledge your talents, your commitment to the goals you set yourself, and the disciplines you imposed upon yourselves, in many cases, years ago. This is the time to celebrate not only your hard work, but also your resilience, because gaining a university qualification never comes easily. This is an occasion our graduands will remember for the rest of their lives. I hope that from time to time they recall not just today's triumph, but also the setbacks, disappointments and doubts they encountered and had to overcome to be here ready to graduate today. Our greatest admiration goes out to those graduands who found ways to manage the challenges of our recent everyday life here in Canterbury and the competing demands of study, family life, and a working career. We especially acknowledge those for whom university once seemed a daunting prospect, something out of reach, an impossible dream. This might have been because of a disability, because they had tried already and failed, because they had not studied in many years, because English was not their first language, or simply because they were the first down all the generations and centuries of their family to have both the desire and the opportunity to go to university. I was one of those, and I know that many of you are too. It is a time as well to acknowledge and thank the two most important groups who have contributed to the success of our graduands: the university faculty, those lecturers, tutors and support staff who gave so freely of their knowledge, time and assistance, and those family members, whānau and friends who supported those graduating today, the ones who offered practical help and encouragement in times of stress and anxiety. They were critical to your eventual success. Let us note as a community and as a nation how much we will benefit from the achievements of our graduands. They have the greatest potential to make a difference. They will contribute knowledge of the latest research and developments in their field. They take with them the ability to think on a higher intellectual plane. And as they depart, they leave us with the electric charge of success, which is so critical to the reinvention of the university. Many will become leaders in their professions. All will work in the service of humanity. Many will go beyond our shores. I know that wherever they choose to work and settle, they will use their new skills to contribute to the making of a better world. Wherever they live and work, today's graduates will be University of Canterbury alumni. They will remain family and become part of our worldwide community of scholars, well in excess of 100,000 strong and comprising a global supportive network. We look forward to maintaining contacts with them and welcome them back home whenever they choose to come. It is time now for me to say the words which under law give effect to the highlight of our celebration. As each of our graduands comes forward, let us call to mind their work, their commitment, their tenacity, the determination which have led to this, their special moment. I now convene a ceremony of the University of Canterbury for the conferment of degrees and the receipt of diplomas. In the name of the University of Canterbury, I, Lionel John Wood, Chancellor, now confer degrees in this university upon those who are about to be presented. I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Rod Carr, to introduce those who will present the graduands.
I call upon the Associate Dean of Postgraduate Research to present the doctoral graduands. Professor John Harding.
Sir, I have the honour to present these graduates for conferment of degrees. Puk Malus Alhara in Management. David Douglas Charles Ivory in Management. Lindsay Hunter Stewart in Accounting and Information Systems. Vanessa Monique Tennant in Accounting and Information Systems.
I call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Law, Associate Professor Chris Gallivan, to present the graduands in his faculty.
Sir, I have the honour to present these graduands for the conferment of degrees. Master of Laws with First Class Honours, Lindsay Dean Breach. Bachelors of Laws with First Class Honours and Bachelors of Arts, Leora Charlotte Berkovich. Anna Louise Davidson. Lauren Jane Eaton. Nicole Jade Evans. Annabelle Rosemary Carcroft Linterman. Timothy James Nelson Parker. Andrew Francis Puller. Bachelors of Laws with First Class Honours and Bachelors of Commerce, Tennille Susan Burnside. Benjamin Kester Ching. Nicholas Dean Phillips. Amber Brooke Richards. George Patrick Tallboys. Bachelors of Laws with First Class Honours, Ryan James Bridgman. Shane David Campbell. Sarah Shu Wen Tan. Anna Georgina Mary Whalen. Bachelors of Laws with Second Class Honours Division 1 and Bachelors of Arts, Greta Alessandra Barkle. Paige Monique Devereaux. Samuel Riley Devlin. Marianne Joan Dukovic. Aria Maria Maltini Luperini. Bachelors of Laws with Second Class Honours Division 1 and Bachelors of Science, Claire Charlotte Broadman. Simon Nicholas Inder. Ben Lennon Twyman. Bachelors of Laws with Second Class Honours Division 1, Kate Margaret Hope Austin. Nicola Joanne Wynne. Bachelors of Laws and Bachelors of Arts. Waldo Lewis Abree. Chloe Rose Hannah Baccarat Devine. Lauren Elizabeth Brent. Sebastian Kurt Boucher. Amy Elizabeth Burrows. Michael John Copeland. Kelly Michelle Corbett. Lisa Rawenia Hemo Grant. Katie Helen Hayes. Hannah Teresa Howard. Alex Francis Livingston Kelleher. Michael Bruce Kensington. Sophie Elizabeth Lynch. Kate Louise McFarlane. Ashley Laura May. Rebecca Frances Maynard. Julia Alice McEwen. Sarah Kate McLaughlin. Vanessa Rose McMillan. Hester Kathleen Ventry Moore. Scott William Nicholas. Emma Violet Forsyth Nicole. Michael Argyle O'Flaherty. Andrew Godfrey Rutherford. Tui Scott. Hannah Georgia Stanfield. Emily Laura Stevens. Catherine Angela Strachan. Joshua Ian Taylor. Bachelors of Laws and Bachelors of Commerce. Ruth Stacey Buchanan. James Alexander Bull. Jonathan Rickard Croft. Lauren Courtney Curry. Jordan Ross Allen. Jessica Gully. Julie Corrin Hands. Katie Melissa Jackson. Jennifer Ann Jones. Elizabeth Roshni Prasad. James Rory Wilson Sinclair. Thomas Anthony Leslie Talbot. Julia Rose White. Bachelors of Laws and Bachelors of Science, Fiona Marie Keel Henderson. Timothy David Marshall. Alexandra Jane Perry. Samuel Anthony Rea. James David Tomlin. Bachelors of Laws, Wisam Norolden El Sahi. Celia Frances Therese Anderson. James Graham Averis. Awishara Saka Bagchi. Caitlin Mary Brown. Young Me Clancy. Trusla Dingle. Margaret Ann Eccleton. Belinda K. Ferguson. Jackson James Grieve. Melvin Guizo. Michael Gerard John Hills. Andrew Stuart Guthrie Holland. Richard Michael Jordan. Katie Marie Kendrick. Rebecca Elizabeth Laurie. Rebecca Julie Lee. Jacob William Nutt. Laura Jane Pori Robertson. Sefton Fraser Powdy. Lily May Reed Hunt. William Francis Robinson. Eamon George Roche. Edward Raymond Scrimger. Matthew Josiah Smith. Laura Rose Archer Stone. Crystal Louise Tahiri. Sunny Arapita Tiki Clark. Camille Allen Warner. Laura Elizabeth Margaret Wood. Dima Zamu.
Now call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Commerce, Dr. Ross James, to present the graduands in his faculty.
Sir, I have the honour to present these graduands for the conferment of degrees and the receipt of diplomas. Master of Commerce with First Class Honours, Michelle Ashley Bouton. Master of Commerce, Mark Wynyard Vanderclay. Masters of Business Administration, Blair Fraser Cotching. Yang Peng Tang. Bachelors of Commerce with First Class Honours, Lewis John Kerr, Senior Scholar. Robert Bastida. Oliver Garfield Gifford Crawford. Benjamin David Cull. Julie Margaret Donovan. Marcus Christopher Francis Downs. Daniel Wayne Locke. Thomas Alexander Monty. Michael Victor Morris. Sarah Aileen Satterthwaite. Akash Belvant Cheval. Bradley Greg Webridge. Bachelors of Commerce with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Sarah Hargreaves. David Marr. Bachelors of Commerce with Second Class Honours, Division 2, Joel Charkson. Simon James Exeter. Andrew Peter Klassen. Jeremy Alexander Trotter. Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, Hayden James Skilling, Senior Scholar. Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Arts, Emma Gay Banks. Catherine Stephanie Mitchell. Grace Ellen Watson Halcroft. Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Music, Hugh Jonathan Devereaux Mack. Bachelor of Commerce and Diploma in French Language, Anna Simone Canning. Bachelors of Commerce, Ahmad Saman Abzuddin Abang Wabul Ahab. Matthew John Ascott. Nicholas Henry Aubrey. Benjamin Thomas Bailey. Christy Page Baker. Ryan Jeffrey Allen Barham. Samuel Robert Colin Bourne. Justina Elisa Meled Beboy. Georgia Rachel Bell. Nicholas Lawrence Burkhead. Judith Marieline Boren. Matthew James Bonifacio. Sinead Ann Bowden. Mark Thomas Bradley. Anna Kate Brodie. James Robert Brooke. Samantha Ellison Oakley Brown. Samuel Charles Burgess.
Kia ora koutou. My name is Steve Weaver, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, and it's my real pleasure to introduce the musical item this afternoon. Last year, the University of Canterbury Chamber Choir was reformed and named Consortia. Its inaugural concert was held in the Transitional Cathedral. This year, the choir is 35 strong, and as a new initiative, we've also established a vocal consort of 16 singers. Today, some members of the consortia, together with some School of Music staff, will sing two pieces for you. Yesterday, by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, arranged by Roger Emerson, and John Wells' arrangement of Now Is the Hour. The soloists in Yesterday are Sophia Good and William Frost.
I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
Bachelors of Commerce, Alana Josephine Carr. Rebecca Bridget Carroll. William Edward Dennis Carter. Shi Chen. Yi Shin Chen. Nicholas William Clemo. Jonathan Michael Coe. Sarah Louise Ann Connolly. Stephanie Moira Coote. Guy Edward Cornthwaite. Penelope Diana Costello. Andrew James Courtney. Joel Brian William Crack. Aaron Francis Craig. Emma Janelle Creeker. Mitchell Peter Croft. Catherine Norelli Marie Davidson. Philippa Rose Davidson. Joris Sebastian Devort. Hamish Frederick Depoff. Michael Padariki Doolan. Matt Zachary Dowling. Jerome Durfall. Jason Mark Duncan. Tyrone Douglas Elkington MacDonald. Adina Ann Whitney Email. Natalie Ann Field. Jamie Benjamin Foley. Julia Eleanor Fraser. Chin Ching Frank Fu. Matthew Charles Fulton. Claire Louise Gattenby. Kelly Jin. Thomas Graham Good. Fraser James Goodmanson. Graham Michael Gordon. Natalie Jane Grace. Jessica Kate Graham. Adam Douglas Grant. Robert Bruce Grant. Joanna Joy Carolyn Gray. Jennifer Atlanta Green. Olivia Louise Groundwater. Wen Ting Han. Yon Ching He. Melissa Min Chu. William James Hisson. Guy Alistair Hobson. Rachel Virginia Hollander. Dallas Joy Hopkins. Nicholas Philip Horton. Fraser Charles Howard. James Alexander Hudson. Alice Joy Hunter. Lena Marie Husband. Jeremy Mark Hutton. Livia Kate Irvine. Colette Eva Yvette John Louis. Timothy Lance Johnson. Nepal Sadu Joshi. Amy Kimber. Justin Marshall Kisling. Jackson Shin Yik Hu. Thomas William Larson. Alexandra K. Leadley. Gongu Lee. Xiaoqing Li. Ni Lin. Amelia Elizabeth Lintop. Chang Liu. Xin Yui Louis. Nicole Louise Lloyd. Daniel Chuan Leo Loh. Connor Scott Linsky. Jamie Philip McClellan. Sacha Ann Annette Medden. Emma Cassandra Mensa. Alex Graham Menton. Thomas Raymond Matthews. Alexander Shane McCormick. Christopher Peterson McGoldrick. Timothy Carlisle McIsaac. James Coleridge McKelvey. Hannah Kara McLean. Joy Mamina Mead. Benkai Jordan Lawrence Miller. Emily May Miller. William John Morton Mills. Georgia Nancy Milne. Tukuma Mogi. Simon Daniel Morse. Sarah Marie Mould. Muhammad Afiq bin Muhammad Razan Ong. Mutunta Kavambu Kolma Bandwila. Carolyn Rose Nairn. Florence Grace Oakley. Bridget Helen O'Connell. Lawrence Mark Bede O'Malley. Jason Christopher Page. Andrew Clark Parkin. Benjamin Wade Patterson. Thomas Rumbelow Pearce. Timothy Samuel James Phillipson. Gerald Alexander Pottinger. Nicole Patricia Preston. Bradley Charles Ray. Charlotte Amelia Kate Rains. Alexander David Daniel Rees. Sarah Kate Reed. Rebecca Marie Reside. Cheryl Ann Robson. Patrick Brian Robboon. Perinia Sangbo Paget. Baron Gideon Samuel. Georgina Kate Sheeker. Brooke Eva Scott. Kelsey Nicole Shepherd. Claire Louise Shingleton. Emma Margaret Silver. Joel Arthur Smith. Michael Luke Smitheram. Zachary Russell Julian Staples. Kate Jessica May Stevenson. Sean Ezra Jaiwen Sum. Emily Jacqueline Swanson. An Wom Tan. Hannah Lillian Taylor. Sarah Holly Thompson. Christopher Joseph Thompson. Abel Tito. Zeki Jacob Trenta. Xu Yi Sang. Marilee van der Elst. Bulan Wang. Marshall Cameron Ward. Charlotte Ann Watkins. Sheldon Way. Carla Marie Weller. Luke Charles Whitelock. Courtney Marie Wilkinson. Aaron Robert Williams. Sarah Elizabeth Mary Williams. Alicia Marie Wilson. Grant Paul Wilson. Joshua James Wilson. Justine Rachel Withers. Nicholas Brent Woolerton. Rachel Elizabeth Worsley. Yu Ting Wu. Jing Shu. Sean Hong Yang Yoon. Peter James Ian Young. Chang Hao Yang. Chang Yang Zheng.
Kia ora koutou. I'm Sue McCormick, the Pro-Chancellor of the University of Canterbury. I think I'll stand here and savour this moment for a while, not because I'm about to receive an honorary doctorate, but because as a lawyer, usually dressed in black, this probably will be the only occasion where dressed in this regalia, I'll be more flamboyant and more colourful than Mr. Anthony Goff, although even now I see I haven't quite pulled that off. Mr. Goff graduated from the University of Canterbury in 1970 with a Bachelor of Science degree with honours in physics. As is often the case with graduates, Anthony's degree was just the starting point for an illustrious career as he used the skills developed from the University of Canterbury to take him from a computer programmer to a sheep farmer to an investor in commercial property. Prior to the earthquakes, Mr. Goff had an interest in many commercial properties in Christchurch. Anthony is probably best known for creating what was once called the Strip, being a group of bars and restaurants along Oxford Terrace. The Strip along the Avon River was a popular social precinct and tourist destination. For the mature students in the audience, these bars will be well known to you. For those of you graduating 3 years after leaving school, hopefully you're not so familiar with them. Following the 2010 and 2011 earthquakes and the destruction of all his inner city buildings, Anthony Goff, as chairman of the Central City Business Association, became a vocal and enthusiastic supporter of the CBD rebuild and was instrumental in establishing the Restart Container Mall in Cashel Street. The School of Business and Economics often reflects on entrepreneurship and risk-taking. Mr. Goff is both an entrepreneur and a risk-taker. Being a risk-taker means doing things that not everyone else would do and seeing challenges as opportunities. Mr. Goff has embarked on a major redevelopment project centred on his former Oxford Terrace precinct site. He has demonstrated personal resilience, vision, leadership, and ongoing commitment to the Christchurch community. The terrace is to become a mixed-use development built around a central piazza with bars, restaurants, hotel, offices, and shops. The people of Christchurch are excited that Mr. Goff is taking on this challenge and this opportunity to rebuild the CBD. No pressure, Anthony. Once completed, the terrace will combine the best global urban design with unique features of Christchurch to deliver a development that will be landmark of the city for the next 100 years. Chancellor, I have the honour to present Anthony Thomas Goff for the conferment of the degree Doctor of Commerce, honoris causa.
It is a great honour for me to be awarded this doctorate. I certainly didn't expect it. I didn't think I was being noticed by the university, actually. I was just getting on with the job. It is also a great privilege to be speaking to you all at your graduation ceremony. You have all had to work extremely hard to achieve your various university degrees. It's not easy, and it requires a lot of dedication and sacrifice of your leisure time, your social activities, and as well a significant financial pressure. Well done to you all. You are the few real winners and the top 1% of New Zealanders who will receive real greatness. I'm privileged to be in such esteemed company. I studied many years ago at Canterbury University and came out with an honours degree in physics with a special interest in nuclear physics. In nuclear-free New Zealand, this is one area you can guarantee you won't get a job. But for you and I, a university degree is not about a guaranteed future career, but a training of the mind so you can turn yourself into anything in the future. After finishing my university, I first turned to computers and started as a trainee computer programmer, writing code. Within 5 years, I had progressed through senior programmer, systems analyst, lead systems analyst, and data processing manager with a staff of 25 under me. We set up and ran the very first real-time online network connecting branches from Auckland to Invercargill in New Zealand. This was way ahead of its time. And after about 10 years in computers, I actually left. I went sheep farming. Sort of slightly different. Never worked so hard in all my life. Man, it's hard doing farming. And during this time, I was quietly building up a commercial property portfolio. The dissolving of my marriage meant I needed to find cash. So I sold the farm and concentrated on my properties. This is when I created what we all knew as the Strip, being a string of bars and restaurants along Oxford Terrace at the Bridge of Remembrance. Licensing laws had changed and allowed outside dining, so I was the first to create al fresco dining in Christchurch. I knew that not every bird would poop in your soup, and that this was the very way of the future. Other areas such as Seoul Square, Poplar Lane, Manchester Street, Victoria Street, Merivale and Lincoln Road followed many years later. I loaned a developer some money to convert an old office building to apartments, but he ran into financial trouble. So I paid off his loans and bills and took over and redirected the project into an apartment hotel called The Poplars. I created Oasis Restaurant to support the hotel. I could not find anyone to run the hotel or the restaurants, so I ended up running these myself. Talk about challenges. I owned the Russley Hotel, which was not trading that well, and it was old and dated. My Central City strip killed it off the bar trade there, and most people wanted to stay in town, not by the airport. I was in partnership with my sister at this time. I then teamed up with an experienced retirement village developer, bought my sister out, and we closed the hotel. The Russley Retirement Village was then born and has been under construction for 10 years now. It survived the earthquake very well. Currently it has over 70 villas and apartments, with more being built right at this moment. It is a real success story. Central City, well, the earthquakes hit my 12 buildings in the Central City really hard. I now have nothing left in the Centre City. So I've had to reinvent myself as a developer rather than an investor. And although they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, this old dog has had to currently learn some new tricks. Today I'm creating the Terrace Precinct, which is a half-city block in the centre of Christchurch, which will house 2 stories of bars and restaurants overlooking the Avon River and a central piazza. We plan to be open next year, and I want you all to come along and be there and support it, please. One thing I have done is to handpick an A-team to have around me to assist and deliver this project. So my comment to you would be, surround yourself with skilled sets that you do not have. So my message is really simple. Never take no for an answer. I think this could have got me into trouble with the girls in my earlier years. Believe in yourself. You have the brain to do anything. Your first job won't be your last. Life will take you on many paths and many journeys. We all make mistakes. Learn from these mistakes, move on, but don't repeat them. Have fun in whatever you do. Surround yourself with positive and dynamic people. You are at the start of a wonderful and exciting journey, and your university degree will stand you in good stead for that journey. Enjoy the journey. That is what life is all about. Go Commerce!
Dr. Goff, thank you very much from all of us to you, not only for your address today, but for that optimism, that sense of opportunity, and that reminder that so much lies ahead that we should not dwell on what we may have lost. As Christchurch rebuilds, we will be proud to count among our alumni you and the message you have left with us today. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin to conclude this ceremony, it remains for me to do a small number of slightly formal tasks. One, as Vice-Chancellor and Chief Executive of the University of Canterbury, is both personally and on the behalf of all our graduates to thank the faculty and staff of the University of Canterbury for the extraordinary effort beyond what might have been reasonable, particularly over the last 3 years, to support you and your learning so that you might be here today. Thank you to the staff. It is also the case that the School of Business and the School of Law were the most displaced of all our schools. In February, the buildings of the Commerce faculty were no longer accessible, and the School of Law building needed temporary and ultimately a much bigger makeover. During the time of your studies in those faculties, it is very clear that you and our staff had to put up with disruption, uncertainty, and ambiguity. However, now that that is behind you, and indeed for our staff behind them, I have no doubt that you will be the better for it. You have confronted adversity and uncertainty and not only succeeded but thrived. The experiences you have had, the stories that you can tell, will, as the Chancellor has said, set you apart for life. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for your success. It certainly reflects well on you, and it reflects well on us. I would now invite you to stand while we sing Gaudeamus, the words of which are in your programme. We will sing in Latin. You can follow along in English. In addition, would you then remain standing, please, while the stage party leads the graduates from the auditorium.